Welcome to the podcast, Husain Bhai.
Thank you.
How are you doing? All good?
Alhamdulillah, all good.
Okay, so let's jump right in to the podcast. We have a really long podcast, and I hope we can provide as much value as possible.
Inshallah.
Design is one of the closest subjects for me, and what we do here is close to design as well. And he's one of the masters of design. I've learned a lot from him. I've been to his classes and learned a lot of things. Principles of design and many more things we'll be discussing in this podcast. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Okay, so jumping straight to the first question. It might sound very simple and very basic. There are a lot of people who think it's a basic question, but I want to pick your brains on this. What is design according to you?
What is design? See, technically speaking, a
Okay.
design is a final product combination of image, illustration, and typography,
Okay.
right? But design is actually something which we use to convey our messages and to solve a problem.
Okay.
Right? Like if I tell you that you are a designer, so you are actually a problem solver.
Mm-hmm.
Most
Yeah.
of the people think that, okay, I take the image, I put some illustrations on it, I put some typography, right? And the design is finished. No, this is not a design, actually.
Mm-hmm.
If you combine all these things properly in one piece, which actually convey a proper message to the audience, and it is solving a problem of the client, that is design.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's a piece of,
So let me get this straight. Let me understand. So according to you, design can be as said as the visual impersonation of your thoughts
Yes,
and conveying to me
yes,
as the viewer of your design.
yes,
And if I understand your message correctly,
Correct.
as you want it to be,
yes.
then that is
Mostly,
design.
it should not be more of a decorative things.
Okay.
It should be meaningful. Design should not, it's not all about decorating things.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Because see, you are surrounded by bad designs. A lot of bad designs. Let me tell you this.
Are there
Because,
any bad designs here?
Yes, of course. But see, this is always depend on who your client is.
Okay.
Right? So we have in society many people.
Mm-hmm.
And all are in different fields and they want different things.
Correct.
Sometimes people want very simple thing because they don't want to spend much money. They think that, okay, what is design? Nothing. Just put something and we just need clients. But
Right.
design is everything. With design only you are getting clients, frankly speaking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if for example, like there are small scale companies. I have worked with many productions, okay, production companies and studios and agencies, plus direct clients.
Okay.
Most of the direct clients are like, they don't see things more of technical. They just see, okay, this looks good, this is fine, I'm happy, give it to me.
Right.
That's it. But it is also depend on what target audience they are like targeting, yani. What
Correct.
audience they are targeting, right? So if they don't understand what he wants to convey, then he is not getting the client.
Correct.
He's not getting the audience, right?
Right.
So, but if you see that there are many agencies or the production company or studio, when they give me the jobs and when I do designs for them, I get proper briefs about it, that who is the target audience. I should know. When I design, I should know who is the target audience, what is the message,
Right.
correct? Who is the client? I need to know what he's thinking, what is the mission, what is the vision of this client for this particular product. Sometimes you create product for sale. Sometimes you create designs for the sales of the product. And sometimes you create designs for only the awareness of the product.
Yeah.
These two are different things. You cannot say, okay, give me this product and I'll make the design and send you. You don't even know why he wants to do this design.
Yeah.
What is the reason behind it? What is his thinking and vision about it?
Right.
So you need to know everything.
Correct.
So my suggestion, like most of the designers are just learning few softwares, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and then think we are the designers. No, you are not the designers. You just know the tools with
Right.
which you can create the designs.
Yeah.
So need to learn the design and then go into the tools.
That is one of my next questions.
Yeah.
So we'll get to
Sure,
that.
I will go in more
But
detail.
before we go to the next question, I want to know more about you.
Yeah.
So tell me, how did you fall in love with designing?
See, that is a really interesting question.
Okay.
Since childhood, I'm not a studious person, frankly. But what attracted me was the cartoons
Mm-hmm.
and like the TV series which has visual effects.
Mm-hmm.
It was that time that was like in India, in Indian channels there was Alif Lela,
Okay.
Shaktiman, if you know.
Yeah.
Those were my favorites. And Ramayana, where they take
Right.
the arrows and all. So those serials actually fascinating to
Okay.
me. And that fascinates me, and I used to watch that again and again and again and again. My parents used to tell me that why you are watching it again and again. I said I just like it. And then my dad actually had this sense that he is going to do something creative in life, and he's not much interested in education. I'm telling you, in 10th I got compartment. Yeah, people think that,
Who
oh,
gets
Husain
compartments
Tabi
in
and he's doing design and he. It's okay. Like what I saw is the other parents were shouting on kids,
Right.
and my dad was, that's fine. Give the exam again. What is the issue? Failure is the lesson.
Wow.
Failure is actually a tuition fee for your success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I learned, I studied again, I cleared my education, and then he asked me that, Hussein, what do you want to do now? So then I went to Delhi, and first time I got to know that these series, these things, all these stuff, what I'm watching from since childhood has a career.
Mm-hmm.
So then I started digging more deeper into it. I found some institutions. They were teaching designs, animations, all these things. I just fall in love with it. And I started from MAC, My Academy of Advanced Cinematics,
Okay.
in Delhi, South X branch. It's no more there now. It converted to some other institution, but still there are branches in Delhi.
Okay.
And then I started with animation. And visual effects was my first love.
Right.
So I started visual effects, and then while learning visual effects, I fall into design. I didn't know about design first. I learned visual effects first, and then after visual effects, I got some projects.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you later about the details that how I started these things.
Okay.
All right. In short, I would say that, okay, visual effects, and then I started learning designs, and then I fall into animation, and then interior design, and then video editing, step by step. And then, alhamdulillah, now I'm doing everything. I'm a designer, animator, and 3D visualizer.
Alhamdulillah.
Having a lot of clients. I'm doing a job in Vara.
So you
hospital.
started your first institute. You started learning. This was in which year?
2005.
Okay.
I started learning in 2005. It
18
was
years
a
ago.
3-year course,
Okay.
but I finished in 7 months because I was
Okay.
in love
Wow.
completely in that. I was just sleeping 2 hours, 3 hours, and attending 2 to 3 classes a day, learning a lot of books. That time, there were no YouTube, there were no Google,
Right.
there were no YouTube, no Google, nothing. Now you have
Correct.
many things. For inspiration, there were no Pinterest. We used to take the camera. There was Digi camera, Sony
Right.
digital camera.
Yeah.
My dad sent me from here. I used to take that. For example, I go to the tea stall and I tell that man that, okay, just burn the tea. He said, what? I said, burn the tea. I will pay you. And then I take that burning effect and everything, capture in the camera, and then go and create that in the software. Now you just go on Shutterstock and type burning images and you will get it. That time we used to photograph all these things and then take it and then do the design and everything. So this is how we started learning. And then my seniors only suggested me that you are already yani, halfway through your course, right? So why don't you plan to become a mentor? The reason was that when I was learning, I was so into the books and everything that the student in my class used to ask me question rather than the teacher. So I was a teacher automatically.
Right.
I became a teacher. And then after completing the whole course, I went to Bangalore for the training, how to teach visual effects and everything.
Okay.
And then I came to Bombay, then Pune, Chandigarh, and many cities in in India. I worked as an instructor of visual effects and compositing,
Nice.
post-production. And while doing this, side by side, I was doing freelancing in design, animation, typography, all these things. And then in 2014, I came to Kuwait for some reason. I started my studio even in Pune.
Really?
Yeah, a studio, and I used to teach. Plus, I used to do the photography and this thing, printing jobs and everything. But something happened. My dad health wasn't good, so we all decided to come to Kuwait. And since 2014, I'm here. I started teaching since 2007.
2007.
HT Design born in 2015.
Oh,
Before that, it was Creative Eye.
nice.
Yeah, so Creative Eye, I started in 2011, but in 2014, unfortunately, we have to close that project. I came to Kuwait, and it was shocking. When I came to Kuwait, it was an interesting story. Many people told me that you go to Dubai because Dubai is amazing
Right.
and a lot of opportunity for designers. But I think at that time, in 2013-14, in Kuwait, there were very less designers maybe. That's why nobody knew that we have good opportunities here.
Right.
So when I came here, before that I was just searching on internet. I just write generally, Indians in Kuwait, simple, Indians in Kuwait. But I didn't know that there is a website called Indians in Kuwait. And I just put one line ad. And 11 o'clock I reached Kuwait. Morning, 8 o'clock I was in Fahil for the job. Yani, not the job, yani a day job, but it was a freelance job.
Okay.
And then when I came at 12, then I realized that Kuwait has a lot of opportunities. Lot of opportunities. People, the demand of design here in Kuwait is amazing.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Then why don't
Trust me.
why do people say we don't have work? I mean, there's not a lot of work.
Very good question.
Okay.
See, there are mangoes in the vegetable market. Do you go and close your eyes and pick any? Or you take and choose?
Of course, we choose.
You choose, they are happy. You don't choose, they are complaining. Why you didn't choose them? They are not good. You are not good and you are complaining, I'm not getting job. Why you don't try to become good then?
Absolutely.
Thing is, when they start learning designing, they start wrong. They first learn Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. These are secondary. First, you should know what is design. Design elements, design principles. You don't know the recipe and you are going to cook. How?
Nice.
You
analogy.
should know recipe first. Okay, these are the elements we can put in this dish. And after you learn the elements, there is a principle. See, you are a tea lover or coffee lover. I am a tea lover.
Right.
But do you like coffee from every store, every
No.
cafe?
Never.
Why? Coffee is coffee, man. Tea is tea.
Yeah.
Just boil the water, put the tea, and but the thing is, why some people make it bad and some people make it good is the timing and the principle. You should know when to put the tea in the water.
Absolutely.
Some people do it wrong. It's not tasty. Same with the design. You know the elements, but you don't know the principle how to use it. Correct?
Yeah.
So learn the design principles, learn design elements, then typography, compositions, color theories. All these things first you have to learn before you jump into the softwares.
Correct.
That is the reason why The people who doesn't know all these things and only know the softwares, they're still complaining. And in 2014, when I came here, I saw many people complaining. So I started one group.
Okay.
The group name is We Are the Designers.
Right.
Right now, it is only for the community people. But when I started, the reason was that many people came to me and crying literally that I'm not getting job. They are coming from India.
Mm-hmm.
They are spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
And lakhs, not thousand, lakhs of money. And they think that their portfolio is amazing. When they come to Kuwait, the Kuwait is having a very good standard now for the designs.
Right.
Companies are requiring good designers. They know everything now.
Yeah.
It's not like you can make them fool.
Right.
They are very smart. Without a goal, you are just going somewhere.
Right.
You don't have a proper path.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're directionless.
There is no
with
direction.
no purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are things, Yani, you should know. So I try to guide them. So I started this group, and many people are taking advantage, and many people got success, alhamdulillah. So this is the thing, Yani.
Right.
Now, still, there are many people who are coming to Kuwait for the job. I would like to tell them that if you are coming, your CV should be very good, your portfolio should be very good. Don't think that whatever you are doing in your class project, you can put in the portfolio and company will hire you. No.
Absolutely.
Should be very good. You try to improve yourself and then tell there is job or no. There are many good opportunities.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm having jobs. Yani three jobs I was having, and I interviewed almost 20 people. I just saw the CV and portfolio, but I couldn't go further. Yeah. I didn't ask for the interview even, but I guided them. I called them, I guided them what to do, and alhamdulillah, they are improving now.
Nice.
So maybe I can help them more.
Right.
This is the thing.
And that was my next question. Like, learning a software versus learning to design. That's a great distinction to have.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people, like you said, they just learn how to use the software, and they don't learn to design. I mean, that's a big distinction to have.
Big, very big. Because see, here I would like to add one more thing. See, doesn't matter you learn from YouTube or you learn from any professional or you go to the institute. What matters is what you are learning. On YouTube or Google, they only give you what you search for. So they directly search for technical videos and they keep on learning technical things.
Right.
But technical comes after the theory. You should know the theory first. Example I give you. See, there are people who are taking 5 KD or 10 KD for one logo.
Yep.
There are people who are taking 50, 200 KD. There are people who are charging 400, 500, and there are who are charging in thousands.
Correct.
Like agencies.
Yeah.
Why is this difference? Why there is not just one price?
Interesting question.
You have to think,
Yeah.
Because why a company will pay you 4,000, 5,000 KD for one logo? Correct?
Right.
This question I get on daily basis. The thing is, see, logo is the identity of the brand.
Yeah.
The people who are charging less, you need to see how they are designing. What they are doing is, they are directly taking the reference. Any reference, it's good to take reference. It's not bad.
Right.
You have to take reference. As a designer, always design with the reference. You are not an artist. There's a difference between the two also.
Okay.
Yeah. So the designer should have a reference, but it's not like you just copy them. Or you take one idea from here, and then you design and you give to the client and take 5, 10 KD and you are happy. Then why they are charging this much? The reason when you decide, when you get the logo design job, before you start anything, you should know about the client, the history, their mission, their vision about the products,
Absolutely.
their target audience. How you will finalize the colors if you don't know anything about them and your target audience?
Correct.
If they are teen, it's different. If they are kids, they are different. Plus, the design elements plays very important role when you design a logo. If you put thick line, thin line, the meaning changes. So when we design the logo, we should know that why we are putting this line or this angle or things like that.
Right.
Correct?
I'll give you one example now that I'm recollecting few things. We have we have an air conditioning company, right? My father's business, and the logo since 1992. My dad was he designed it. He told someone what to design, and somebody did it. So the logo has red arrows on top and blue arrows
Down.
at the bottom. So his message was the heat is converting to cool, right? And at first I thought I didn't give much thought to the arrows. And I wanted to design something else. I removed the arrows. I just kept the half circles
Okay.
without the point at the edge. I removed that. And I showed it to my father. I was like, okay, I'm designing something new. How do you like it? This was many years later
Yes.
now.
Okay.
My dad is like, if you don't put the point, it doesn't tell you that the heat is converting to cool. So then that message is removed from the logo. And I was like, okay, I am close to design. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
And my father didn't thought of it that way. It's
Now,
so important.
He knows the softwares,
No.
but he's a designer.
Yeah, true.
Get him a point?
True.
Just a little change. I was making one logo for a client, and I thought this is done, final. My son, he is in 6th standard now. He came.
Both your kids are designers, I know.
Yes. He came and did little change, and the logo was amazing.
Okay.
Just with and I kept it there.
Really?
Yeah. So the thing is, your mind, how it works. You need to think a lot of things when we submit a logo design work. Now, the agencies, they are charging 3,000, 4,000. Yeah, they deserve, because they give you 200 pages document on that logo, that why they made this logo.
Damn.
Correct? So there is a reason for everything.
Right.
But the new designers, they don't want to know more actually. They want to know more. But technically, they go to the YouTube, they watch tutorials. Okay, watch. But apart from this, you need to learn a lot. You have to read books, a lot of books, podcast, follow your inspirations.
Watch this.
Follow inspiration, yeah, and follow designers, award-winning designers, how they reach there. See, success always leaves clues.
Okay.
If you are following one successful man, now try to start finding clues how he reached there, and then you will follow the same path. One day you will reach. Start finding how he struggled. Why he is the best, why he reached there, how he studied things. Is he still studying or not? The design is so deep. After 15, 18 years, I'm still studying.
Yeah, and it's even more important in this era,
Of course.
because trend is changing every day. Before
Every day,
the change
this
was
is
not
the good
so
thing.
fast.
Yeah, the trend. According to trend, you have to go.
Yeah.
This is very important. What happens sometimes that some students learn things, let's say in 2010, some in 2015. Some people are going with the flow,
Right.
following the trends, and some, what they learn, they are still there. So when you see the designs, their designs,
Yeah.
you can easily find
Correct.
that they are not upgrading themselves. It's not, see, the softwares are all same, from last 15 years. It's same Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is adding more tools. The AI is come now,
Yeah.
right? There are many upgrades, but technical updates.
Correct.
You are using the same. If I tell you, you will be in shock that many students or many people who come as a designer, they don't know the upgrades of the software also. They are using the same tools. Now, the audience who are watching, they might be thinking that with the old tools also we can do the same thing.
Yeah.
Why we learn the new thing or new tools in the Photoshop? It's not about you are doing this, you can make the same thing with this and that. It's about your speed.
Correct.
Now with the new tool, you can increase your
Speed, yeah.
speed, and with the speed, your revenue will increase.
Correct.
So why don't you think in that way?
Absolutely.
Correct? No. So this is the thing. Still, the people ask me for, yani, when I meet someone, I met someone last month, still using CS3 Photoshop. It's not bad. It's good. Okay, no problem. You use it, but he never tried to upgrade in it. Now the AI is amazing.
Yeah.
Use AI with your tool. Many people are afraid,
Actually.
The designers are afraid that if the new AI now has come, now our value will decrease.
Yeah.
It's not like that. You are thinking, that is the thing I'm going to tell you here, that your mindset.
Yeah.
You are a designer, right?
Yeah.
Go with the proper flow and use the technology to do your things faster.
Correct.
Your value is not getting down. Your client is not going to open the Photoshop and learn the AI and do the design by himself. You are the only one who's going to design.
Absolutely.
So AI is there to create the concepts, but after the presenting the concept, everything the AI is not going to create.
Right.
The mindset you have, not the AI.
Yeah.
Right? The value you are giving to the designs, not the AI.
Yeah.
The final result you are presenting, you are producing. When your client tell you to do the change, you are doing the changes. So why are you afraid of?
Correct. I had this question regarding AI. So you must have used a lot of AI softwares, right? What do you think are the pros and cons for the design industry of AI?
See, the thing is, if you know the tools and if you know the AI, it's very good in creating the concepts. You can create concepts very fast.
Yeah.
No problem at all. But the disadvantage is only that, for example, if you are learning in the institute, okay, now it's the responsibility of every mentor, educator, that they should teach their students about AI. Most of the people are afraid of teaching also. That if you teach this, then what is the use of these tools?
Yeah.
And they will not come to us. This is wrong. You should teach this to them, because if they didn't know this. Now the problem is when they come on the floor in the agencies, they are using AI.
Yeah.
Your value is not decreased. Right?
Correct.
So the benefits are, yes, your work will be more faster. You can design concept faster. What you think, you can directly, and it will be more presentable. But yes, it will not be presentable directly, like if the client is giving you something, right, their products and their things, you have to design that way. So just to use AI for the concept design, it's not that your job is gone.
Right.
Your job is there. In early stages, not early stages, but maybe few years back, we were using alarm clock.
Okay.
Now you have alarm in mobile.
Right.
The problem is, alarm clock companies were in loss.
Yeah.
Mobile in profit, but alarm is there.
Correct.
So design is there.
Yeah.
Getting the point?
Yeah.
So design is there. So don't feel that the design is gone. Design is from, if you read about design history, right? It started from when? The caveman started.
Right.
Correct. The cavemen started. They had no softwares. It was with the stone.
Yeah.
Correct. And go beyond that. Who designed the earth?
Yeah.
What is solar system? Design is there.
True.
And it will be there in the future also. The thing is, only the technology is coming. There will be more. You have to upgrade with time.
Absolutely. I mean, I tell this to a lot of people as well, that as time passes, technology improves.
Yeah.
We need to adapt. We need to
They are not
innovate
going
ourselves.
to stop.
Yes. Yeah. When Industrial Revolution happened, everybody was scared that they had cotton mills. They had all these farming abilities. They would be doing manually. But now Industrial Revolution came, everything was done by machines. But those farmers and cotton mill owners, they were scared that we will be jobless. But you need to innovate. Now,
Yeah.
those cotton mills, The machine is producing, but you can own the machine. You can be the owner of it instead of
And do
working
it.
there.
Same with the design field.
Yeah.
See, before the Macintosh, the first computer, when
Right.
Steve Jobs
Yeah.
invented. Before that, there was these people,
IBM.
the typographers,
Okay.
right? Or the these people who was doing painting. Like if you do the films, if you see in the old time, they used to do paintings for the film promotions and all.
Okay.
Now when the computer comes, their value
Reduced. Yeah.
reduced. But most of them, they changed their career.
Yeah.
And other people, they started learning computers.
Correct.
But they are the same, doing the same job, but they evolve
Right.
with the time. Then what happens? The graphic design was there, but it divided into web designing. Then the graphic design is completely different now. The typographers are different now. You know, it divided. Before the web designer, graphic designer, there was only one designer who was doing the everything.
Correct.
But then this revolution came for web, right? And then now we see everything is different. Now the web designer, you don't need.
You don't need absolutely.
The web design is there. But why you leave web designing, you become web developer. Because the value of web developer is increasing.
Yeah.
Correct? So in short, you have to evolve with the timing.
Yes, definitely.
As the new trend comes, technology comes, keep learning. Simple. If you stop learning, you are gone.
Also, I think the more faster AI becomes, the less time we will feel that we have
Of course.
as the consumer of design, not the designer. As a consumer of design, the more easier it becomes, the less I want to use it to design myself. So I think the more value becomes of the designer. They can use, so instead of design, if I've given these 15 copies to design, instead of taking 2 hours, you've taken half hour. But I'm not going to design this myself.
Of course, the designer is going to do this. So yeah, there is no worry if the AI is there.
But a lot of things have become easier as well, like 3D rendering, 3D designing.
Yeah, and for the entrepreneurs also, there is a good chance now.
Yeah.
That if you know the AI good, they can do this social media and the posts and
Yes.
the designs. I mean, if they have little bit of interest,
Yeah.
it is good time for them to do the fast for themselves.
Absolutely.
During the pandemic also, I got a lot of requests because see, during the pandemic, what happened? Everything was off, shut it down, and nobody was on the road.
Correct.
So printing industry suffered a lot.
Yeah.
Then this LED screen business suffered a lot. Most of the many companies shut down. So what happened? Social media, boom.
Boomed. Yeah.
But what happened? Designers' value also, boom, because everything is now on social media. So who is designing it?
Yes.
Correct. At that time, many people who were starting their own business from home, they called me that Husain, we want something, and we cannot in this particular time we cannot afford a designer also. We don't have money. What we should do. So I charge very minimum, and I started for them a workshop.
Okay.
And I taught them just a simple basic things in Photoshop, how to create social media post and all, and they started doing it. So they had an interest. So the I would like to say that entrepreneurs or these people who have a little bit like your dad, he's having designing sense.
Right.
So he can now take advantage of AI. Like the iPhone is having a lot of AI, these things, removing background or this thing. So small things you can do. Now here also again, people ask me question. 2 days before only, I received one question that if these people start doing on their own, what is the value of designer? Why you are trying to work for these people only? Where are the other big companies?
Absolutely.
Why you are not trying to reach to the potential client who knows everything, the evolution, everything they knows, but they have other jobs to do and they cannot design, take the work from them?
Correct.
So stick with this mindset that I'm not getting work because these things are there. No, you are wrong.
Yeah. Also, AI helps you to become an entrepreneur.
Of course.
it reduces so much of work
You
because
go to
as
the
a,
internet, there are
yeah.
many workshops and these things by many people.
Yeah.
Big education, this thing institution are doing
Exactly.
this, teaching. They are teaching. Learn them.
Because as an entrepreneur, as a startup entrepreneur,
Hmm.
you have so many areas to fill yourself because you
Yes.
cannot hire in the beginning. You don't have the costs.
Yes.
But AI fills a lot of work. So if
Hmm.
you don't want to hire these people, you can become an entrepreneur yourself.
Of course. And even when you hire a designer, then you will have at least little idea what he's doing.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you
yes.
can help him.
Yeah.
So the designer also should know, should feel secure that okay, my boss is having this knowledge and I can get more comfortable with him.
Right.
Rather than getting scared that he knows something and how will I do it? It's a bad mindset, actually.
So let's move on to the next question. There is a fear in Kuwait, right? Like you mentioned earlier. I want to ask you, how is the design industry in Kuwait different from that, let's say, from USA? How is it different in terms of economy, in terms of market
See,
value?
it was before.
Okay.
Now I don't think that it is different
Okay.
because people here are learning from US, UK, and other different. I have friends, many friends. They are going out, they are learning, they are coming, starting agencies.
Okay.
The only difference you have to take care of is this. It's like common thing. When you go to one country, you have to follow the rules and regulation.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, if you are making a beach ad, here you have to take care of many things.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I mean. There, no. So that doesn't mean that you are not using the same software or same principles or same mindset or same concept. No.
Right.
Make it like so. I don't think so. It is much different because I have client from US, UK, Singapore, Malaysia, India. Yeah, the only difference is that here the people are looking for more quality.
Okay.
Trust me, if you want particular X amount for this work, and if your work is good, they are giving you. Okay.
Yeah.
I got the client from other countries also, but they bargain a lot. Here, if you are going quality, trust me, they are not bargaining with you. Just today only, I had one meeting. Alhamdulillah. Yani, you show them the value.
True.
The only thing, see, the difference, the second difference, I believe or I know, yani, because I have students in US and Dar es Salaam, both are different, big, huge difference in that. And then Malaysia and then India. I have students in India only. I have 3,000, more than 3,000 students
Wow.
in different their country cities. So I get questions from everywhere, right? So what I understand is, see, if you go to any other country, and if you know a little bit of designing, you will survive very well,
Okay.
no doubt. In Kuwait also, if you have little bit of knowledge in printing, you can survive, but there is no growth. In Kuwait or anywhere, see, the design industry is divided in different categories. For example, printing.
Right.
First is printing.
Yeah.
Then you have this thing, production companies. Okay, then you have agencies.
Yeah.
Studios are different. The photo studios, videography, they are doing. They also need designers.
Right.
So if you want to work in printing, it's different. You don't need higher knowledge of design.
Correct.
But you have to want to work with agencies. They want value. Perfect. You should be perfect in design. So if you don't talk about the freelance jobs, or if you talk about the day job, whatever you want, yani as a business, you take a design as a business, or you take it as a job, right? In both cases, in Kuwait, you have to work hard to get good salary.
Yeah.
You have to give value to the client. I got one question from one lady in that group when I told them that there is a job for, let's say, example, 450 KD, for example, the salary for the designer. She got shocked. She said, oh, 450 also they give? In 4 figures designers are earning in Kuwait. Graphic designer are earning very well, yani, here. They are giving you very well because those designers are giving value to them.
Right. Yeah.
So if there is one more person I met, he did from India. He learned from India. He came here, and then here he couldn't find good opportunity. But the parents doesn't know anything about design.
Okay.
They said, no, my son has worked very hard. He know things. The work is good. You cannot say the work is good. You don't know about design. And then the son wants to go now to US, and there he will learn more. By any chance, they met me. They got my number.
Naseeb.
And I met. And I said, okay, that's fine if you are thinking. Can I see the work? When I see the work, I told, don't go, beta. Why? You go anywhere in the world, you won't be able to survive because you don't know anything actually. So he actually didn't learn. I don't know from where he learned and what happened. He's a good artist. He can draw very good, but bad with the softwares. And when you see even in the artistic design of him, I can tell that the principles and aesthetics is lacking. So he started again studying in Kuwait.
Really?
Yeah. So he started learning again because now he know that he was in the wrong path.
Correct.
And now you learn here. And then, see, there are one more thing I would like to say. People who are in Kuwait, if you want to learn designing, why you are going India? Why don't you learn here? The reason, if you learn here, you will know what is happening here. Right. What are the charges? How you can convince the Kuwaiti client.
Correct.
In India, you won't learn this. Go to India if you are planning to settle in India. Because in India, they teach you exactly. See, there might be a question coming into your mind that design is design. You go anywhere. What is the reason? Yeah, of course, design is design. No problem. That's a different. I'm not talking about design here. I'm talking about after that what happens.
Yeah.
You know the design, how to deal with the client, what are your client. Now in US, you cannot learn how Kuwaiti is working.
True.
In India, you don't know what Kuwaiti likes. Right? Or the people, it's not about only Kuwaiti, but the people, when you come, see, when you are in anywhere, your lifestyle is different. Right. When you come to Kuwait, your lifestyle is different. So how you can say, I'm working for the Indian guy only who's in Kuwait?
No ways.
He is Indian or he is American, but he's in Kuwait. There is a different. Now, if he wants to do the business, he has to see the market in the Kuwait. He will not go to US and see the market and come here and do the business.
No ways.
So you know the design, but what about the market? See, you have to know a good designer should also be a good salesman and marketing person.
Absolutely.
If you don't know how to sell your design, how you will do freelancing? Most of the people start freelancing business just after completing the course. Just after completing the course, start freelancing. Did your educator or mentor taught you how to do freelancing? No. If yes, no problem. But if no, how you are starting? You don't know about sales. There are 40 different styles for pricing. And you have to price according to your market. You getting my point? See, if you are giving high quality content, now, do you want to give high quality content with high price? The market is different.
Correct.
The companies are different for that. If you want to give high quality, but with average price, different.
Absolutely.
Low price with average quality, different category of people. And high price, but average quality of work. There are people who are giving you good money, but the work is okay.
Right.
So you have to find what is your market. Now this thing, your institute don't teach you. Correct? So you need to know how to find these things. So this is the main thing I would like to say. If you are planning to settle down in Kuwait only, and if you want to work in Kuwait, study in Kuwait. Why you are going outside, learning what they are doing, coming here and working from the company, and they say, I am not getting the job. How you will get the job? You will meet most of client. I don't know, make something interesting. Maybe something interesting from your side is different. And something interesting from my side, maybe it's boring for you.
Absolutely.
How would I know what is your interest? So like this, you can.
Yeah.
Don't argue with your client.
Okay.
See, you have to think like your client is a baby. He should feel like, okay, if I am giving work to this guy, I'm free. He will take care of everything.
True.
Only then you can survive. And that client will attach to you and give you work continuously.
Correct.
Because he knows that he will handle everything.
Correct.
I am working with agencies and they are like this. Sometimes even they tell me, Husain, do whatever you like and just send me. I send them and they approve and upload it. Because they know that now I know the company, I know them, I know the color scheme, I know the theory, everything, what are their vision, mission, everything. Once you are attached with them, it's all clear and good. So it's not important that you learn sketching, but it is good if you know, so you can give many options with sketching and you don't have to design it.
Correct.
And then once you final, make the digital version and then show and then the color options and then final. Hardly it will take 1 week.
Correct.
Not
Saves
more.
a lot of time as well.
A lot of time.
Yeah.
So this is like AI. The sketching is AI for you. Do it. It will hardly take 30 days, trust me. Maximum 30 days to learn little bit of drawing, to draw logos. You are not drawing a portrait or architecture.
Correct.
Drawing logos, you can learn very fast.
I wrote here for the pricing of the products. Do a masterclass on pricing design projects.
Yeah.
This was a masterclass. All right. You began speaking about principles of design. And I remember I was in one of your classes for After Effects. You told me how important was the principles of design before knowing the software. I think the first 4-5 days we didn't touch the software.
Yeah.
You explained
I
to me.
have one course, diploma in graphic design. I'm having online school, ST design diploma, 1-year diploma for graphic design.
Okay.
2 months, starting 2 months, I teach only principles and elements. No software. Until my students come to that part where now I have to start Photoshop, when they go and when they see the design, they evaluate it.
Nice.
They know what is wrong, what is not wrong. Is this is correct? Then why? How the client, the artist thought about it, or wrong? Why it is wrong? Where is the alignment? Right, about the mass or the scale, anything about the typography.
This reminds me of the Karate Kid movie. Jackie Chan teaches the kid for the first many days. He just teaches every other activities.
See, this applies
Doesn't start
everywhere.
Karate.
Everything there is a foundation.
Right.
If you don't have the foundation, you cannot do the design. Correct. Now, when I start teaching my students Photoshop or Illustrator, I don't have to tell them why I'm putting this here. I just go technical.
Correct.
And then they know why my mentor is putting it here.
Absolutely.
Because they know the design values and design this theory.
Same things happen with us. Like many a times I tell him before shooting or while shooting, I give him an idea. I just begin to explain him and he's like, okay, you want this because of that.
Yes.
I was like, okay, you get me.
This is the thing. So, yeah, I would say that first you should know. And yeah, design, before there was a time, now still there are people who thinks that, okay, learning software is enough. But trust me, it is not nowadays. With software, okay, the theory, okay, but you have to learn now a little bit of how to market yourself. Okay. You have to see, people are doing freelancing successfully. Some people starts, fails. Some people don't even start.
Correct.
Why? Because you are not positioning yourself in the market. You don't know what to do. Market is very big.
Yeah.
Correct? Everyone, if you go from here, every building, there's one company who wants a designer.
Yeah.
Everywhere, the designer is everywhere, right? Now you have to decide what is your specialty. Design is very vast.
Correct.
So you have to niche down. That, okay, for example, you are a logo designer.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. So you will design logo for everybody.
Correct.
Let's say you are in India and you are in Mumbai and you are a logo designer. Now in Mumbai, there are many companies. Example, from restaurants, one side,
Mm-hmm.
hospitals, healthcare, one side, fashion. There are many industry. All these industry wants designer.
Correct.
So you can narrow down more.
Mm,
I am a logo designer for healthcare in Mumbai.
yeah.
Now you will get work faster because you have less competition.
Correct.
So start at least with this. And then when you have 3, 4 projects, mouth publicity will be there.
True.
I grew up with mouth publicity a lot. Okay, in marketing, there are many different ideas and different way of marketing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started at that time, let's say it was in 2006 or 6, in 5 when I was learning in Delhi itself, what I did is, when I started learning Photoshop, 2 months finished. And then I started 3ds Max for learning 3D. When I was doing, most of my students, my friends said that, let's finish course first. Once we finish all the complete course,
Mm-hmm.
then we will see what is best in us.
Okay.
And then we will do the design. We will start finding the job. And
Correct.
portfolio and then finding the job. I was not agree with this. What I understood when I was learning, if I'm using 3D now for 1 year, I'll forget Photoshop.
Right.
So what I did, I start telling everybody that I'm ready to do the job in Photoshop. I got one freelance project. One of my friend was working already
Okay.
in one company. At that time, mobile were very new. So one company was doing wallpaper designs.
Okay.
So they gave me 10 wallpapers and I charged 500 rupees for one. In 2 days, I earned 5,000 rupees. At that time, it was a big achievement for me. So then I started learning. Okay. Yani one software finish, start second. While doing second software, you can start freelancing in the. I didn't even know this is called freelancing in that time. Trust me. I was just, okay, let's start working in Photoshop. Then in 3D, there are stages. Modeling, lighting, texturing, rendering, then composting. In India at that time, 3D modeler was having a complete different this thing. You can apply as a modeler. You can apply as a lighting artist. You can apply as a texturing artist. It was like this before.
Okay.
I finished my modeling part and I started for the mouth publicity, yani, that I'm doing a 3D modeling. And after like a month maybe, someone told someone that this guy is doing 3D modeling and I got my first project. 2-hour job, 10,000 rupees.
Nice.
So that boosts my confidence a lot. Like this, I started working and then all this experience and concept I put into my course. So if you see my course content, you will know that complete everything is so practical and everything is with experience. That is the reason. One man asked me a question that you say before even completing the course, you can prepare your students for freelancing. How? And why it is of 1 year. I explained him why. This is the same thing. That he knows all the theories. Now he knows Photoshop and Illustrator. While learning in design, you can start preparing your portfolio in all this.
Right.
And while finish the InDesign and when we prepare your CV, you are ready for the job. And once you are done with the Photoshop and Illustrator, and not just the software, not just the software, everything, you can having your own client for social media post. Social media companies in Kuwait, very good scope. They are giving jobs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can start working, even while learning. So the mindset that after finishing the whole course, I will prepare the portfolio. No problem, do that. But even after that, why your portfolio is not good? Because while making the portfolio, you actually forgot what you learned 1 year before.
Correct.
So this should not happen.
Okay. Can you shed some light on the psychology of color?
Psychology of color. Frankly, this is a very deep topic. But in short, I would say that it is completely related to the human behavior, how how they see colors.
Okay.
Because every color is having a meaning. Okay, now for example, if you see the danger sign in yellow, have you ever seen? No. So the red color, when you see it is in our mind that it is danger. You don't write anything and just put the red dot, has a different meaning. Red color somewhere when you see, or in the danger or anywhere, a different meaning, right? And it is not only in designing, it is for the marketing purpose, interior designing, everywhere the color behaves, or the human behaves according to the how they see colors.
Okay.
For example, in interior only, if you have a bedroom, right? What if you have a bedroom, and if it is like a neutral, pale, dull color, and if you're going for a sleep, you won't get good sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it should be more what I can see, you like more of a bright color,
Right.
and subtle color,
Right.
and if I give you something vivid, you won't like it. Correct.
True.
So I think it is according to in short, it every color has a meaning. So when you see the color, how you behave, right? So this is the thing.
Okay.
And there is a lot about color psychology, and you need to study it. Every color, that is the in design also we use how color psychology works is, for example, there is one product.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now initially I told you that when a company give you some work for social media or for product designing or for anything, any purpose, and you don't know that what is the target audience, right? So what can go wrong? So if you don't know the age of the audience, you cannot think about colors, because kids like different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Old age people like different color.
Correct.
The psychology of the kids seeing the color is different, right? So that's why when you see the kids area in the hospital is more colorful.
Correct.
But rest of the thing is white and blue and different colors.
Correct.
Right? Why the blue is a color of faith, white is a color of peace.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the kid doesn't know about the faith and the peace they want to enjoy.
Correct.
So they want to be more happy. So that's why they are yellow there, orange there. Get my point?
Exactly.
So this is the thing, this is the color psychology, how your behavior changes when the color changes. Sometimes you see the painting. There are many paintings, if you see on Google, are controversial because of the color. Because the meaning changes when the color changes.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, because most of the people just make the decorative things, decorative design. They don't even think about color. I liked it, keep it. But you don't know the meaning of it and you use it.
Right.
So the message will be wrong.
Correct. Okay. Unfortunately, this is the final question of this podcast. I really enjoyed, by the way.
Thank you.
I don't know where time passed. I mean,
Same here.
So, give us some of your favorite books regarding design and its science and the principles that you read and that kind of transformed your life to what it is today.
There is one book, Principles of Design, that is really amazing. It's by Debbie Millman.
Okay.
This is not about more of a technical stuff, but it is amazing. If you read it, you will know many things.
Okay.
Not just about the design, but the how about the marketing, and she talks about sales also in that, and pricing, and many things is there. Okay. So it's really amazing book. One by Ellen Lupton, that is Think with Type. Amazing book for typography. If you want to learn more about typography, see, you just know that open the Photoshop and write things.
Correct.
But when you know about typography, and next time when you write things, you will think a lot. If you just write one alphabet, a designer with the typography knowledge, who's having how typography works, many thoughts will go in mind. Right? Ascenders, descenders, baseline, how, and then of course the elements like the line is thick, thin, that is different case. But this is a very nice book. Think with Type. And that is amazing book for typography, for essential principles. That is this one. I told principles of design for graphic design by this lady, Debbie Millman. These two books I would suggest. Amazing book.
So are these books for starters who are just into the career, or even a pro can read?
Any. Anybody. And if you are starting, you read these principles, essential principles of design by Debbie Millman. That is amazing. Even if you are starting, so you will have a base idea that what are the types of many type of designing things are there, like editorial design, infographic design. People think design, design. No. Editorial, you have to think in a different way.
Correct.
You do in proper different software, which is the software which can do editorial design more fast. Then there's infographics. Right. Illustrator can do better job than the Photoshop for the infographics. Then there are creative designs. Photoshop can do better in that rather than in Design Illustrator. So you should know this. And there are many, many, many things. You will learn a lot in these books. Even people who say that, you asked this question and I got something in my mind. I received one's CV and there is written that I have 10 years of experience. I was like, wow, nice. But trust me, when you see the CV, you can say if this man is having 10 years of experience or not. How? There is no design. It's a black and white, for example. Still you can say. Why? Because the typography was very weak. He doesn't know about title case, title sentence, how to do in that case. Then he doesn't know how to write the paragraphs. He doesn't know about alignments. So there were many, many mistakes. The fonts were wrong.
So he has 10 years of experience using the software.
Yes.
Not design.
This is the first thing. Second thing, I met him to tell him to improve the CV. So I came to know that he was working from the last 10 years only in one company. Now see, my personal experience, I would suggest if you are a graphic designer, 2 years more than enough with one company. Trust me, you cannot spend 5 years, 6 years, 7 years in one company. No. Reason. See, you are a designer. You design many things. Correct? Now you are working in let's say, food and beverages. And you got the job in Kuwait, let's say, in Mama's Chicken. So you are designing only keeping in mind burger.
I get your point now.
Now, there's a good opportunity in a hospital. Salary is double, but you have never did any design. When you do the healthcare design, the psychology is different. There are less colors.
Correct.
And even in that, there is a topic. For gynae, it's a different thing. For kids, it's a different. For physiotherapy, you have to think in that way. So in just one hospital, if you have 16 departments, get the point?
Correct.
So the healthcare person who is the designer in the healthcare, after 2 years, if he get a chance to work here and if he get a chance to work here, there will be a problem.
Understandable.
Getting the point?
Yeah.
So you have to overcome that and learn more.
Correct.
So in 2 years, you will learn how to work in healthcare. So in 4 years, you have worked in Mama's Chicken, you have worked with healthcare, now work in fashion.
Absolutely.
So a designer should work in this way so he gets knowledge of everything. Now this guy was working in just one company, not even the same field. For example, food and beverages also you are with Chicken Mamas. Maybe now you are with the Kho Mishmish, which is a juice center. Correct. So it's all food and beverages. So it's not like he spent 10 years in food and beverages. He spent 10 years in just one company. And that was a restaurant.
Your development becomes stagnant. You just
So if you say I have a 10 years of experience, The experience should show that what knowledge you have, where you worked, what client you managed. Now, if I see your portfolio, if you have worked in Chicken Mamas, for example, 10 years, if I see your portfolio, it was all burger. You get my point?
Correct.
So there was one guy who was working in a gaming company.
Okay.
And I see the portfolio, all gaming.
Yeah.
One more thing. When I saw the portfolio, there were all social media posts. Very nice design, no doubt. But two mistakes. One, only one company, 4 years, and all gaming. So the portfolio was the only full portfolio, big portfolio, only the gaming product and the social media post. Work is good. Now they think in this I can ask for the expectation of 400, 500. Now see, now let's say you are the agency and you know the flow of work. You are getting logo design works, branding, full branding or rebranding, right? Then the social media also, then the catalog and many things you are designing. You are an agency, you have designers.
Correct.
Right? And experts. Obviously, if you are agency and you have hired someone, must be very good.
True.
Now, this guy wants to apply. Correct? Now, you know that if he's having social media experience, and if I give, let's say, 1 or 2 client of social media to him, a social media client, you will charge how? Like 20 posts. Minimum we are thinking about. 20 posts. 2 to 3 videos, 2 to 10 stories, how much you will charge? 200, 300, 400? Correct. And then you give this task to this guy. Whole month he's taking. And 2 clients he's handling. Your total earning is how much? Maximum 800. How much you will pay to him? But if he shows in the portfolio logos, branding. Now you know the price of logo. If he design 4 clients, the logo and the agencies are charging a huge.
Correct.
You will accept him. And you will pay good amount. So this designers should know that where you are applying. And what you are showing. If you are going to the social media marketing company, this portfolio is amazing. They will hire you. No problem. But if you are applying to the agencies, they want someone who can design more than a social media post.
Correct.
So, second thing, if when you start applying for the job, how you apply? Most of the designers, they go to the Google, they search for, let's say, agencies in Kuwait.
Correct.
Whole list comes up. Take the email IDs. Go to the Google. 2, 1 by 1, copy paste the message, portfolio, send.
Right.
Now one company called. They are happy. They go there. You don't know who is sitting in front of you, about the company. You don't have any details.
Correct.
There are 2 chances. One, either you will select or you will get rejected. Select, 90% chance you will get rejected. But if you get selected, you will think that you have done the great job. Your process is absolutely perfect, obviously, because you got the job. Correct. But why you didn't get? 90% there is a charge. You will not get what exactly you want. They will negotiate. Why they negotiate? Either your work is not up to the mark. Correct? Or maybe there are many other reasons you actually fail. There are many things, your character, your way of talking, your behavior, and like what do you think? Like, for example, you are saying in every sentence, I. You are rejected, my friend. You should say we, because, and you cannot say we if you don't know about the company.
Correct.
So my suggestion, that's good. You go to the Google. Nice. Now you find the details. That what are the agencies. Now go into that particular, every agency, check the Instagram about the companies and first find which company suits you.
Yeah.
Like if you have this, see, if I say I'm a graphic designer, you say you are a graphic designer, we have different styles of work.
Absolutely.
I'm having more into the creative design. Maybe someone is more into infographics.
Yeah.
So you have to find agencies in that way, that which agency is matching your style.
Correct.
And after that,
Correct.
you follow that agency only. And then create artworks about that agency or that company.
Right.
Okay. And put into your portfolio so that when you send them, they should say, wow, he is doing something what we are doing.
Correct.
This is the first thing.
Yeah.
Second, take at least minimum 10 to 12 hours to study that company.
Okay.
Go to the LinkedIn. You know, in LinkedIn now, every company is on LinkedIn.
Correct.
Find in the LinkedIn, where is this company? And then who's the HR? What is the name? What is his or her experience? Who's the CEO?
Yeah.
You should know and you should feel that I'm already working in that company.
Exactly.
So when you go and now the HR come, you know, oh, the name is this. This experience they have. This. Who is in the panel? Okay, this person, I know. So you are more confident and comfortable in talking with them.
Correct.
So when they ask something, you know where they have work. Correct?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
sometimes it happens. It happened with me also. I gave example from that companies only. And then they were, oh yeah, so it is more familiar.
Correct.
Getting the point?
Yeah.
So without studying, you are going. Without knowing what is your style and is matching with that company or not, you will be happy there or not. You're not going to get selected most of the times.
Correct.
And now, in this case, when you get selected, trust me, brother, what you ask, they will accept. I'm telling you. Because until now, I have given interviews like this only. Like, I want to work here. I go there. I give interview. And I got what I expected. Sometimes even more. Yeah, because they know the value of you.
Correct.
And they know. They will, they'll take advantage of you. No doubt. They will take full use of you.
True.
Fine, take it. I'm here to give you the service.
Correct.
In that case also be a businessman. I'm giving service, you are giving me money. And we know each other now.
Correct.
So the confidence is there. Now, someone asked me when I say this, he asked me that, okay, what if that company has no vacancy? It's a question.
Yeah.
Someone asked me this, that what if I like this company, style is matching, everything is fine. What if I apply? What if I apply and I don't get selected because there is no vacancy? Correct, my 12 hour wasted. What I made wasted. But trust me, it never happens. Because I have done this personally and I'm guiding many people. On every Friday, I'm taking mentor sessions and I have guided many people and I have real data that students do this, that they go there and there is no vacancy. But when they see that this is the guy who knows exactly what we are doing and he knows good about our company, they hire them. Even there is no vacancy.
You create your own requirements.
And that is the space where you charge what you want and they give you.
Absolutely.
Because many people ask me, it is not possible. How it is possible if I ask this amount and the company will give you? First thing, you should have that value, your CV and portfolio.
Right.
And second, do the proper research and then go there and then do this. And trust me, you will get.
Right.
Just last month, only one person came to me. I told him this trick. He did it around 11, 12 o'clock at night. He just sent the CV. Trust me, the CEO was maybe awake. He replied at 12:30.
Wow.
In the morning, 10:30, there was an interview. Now what happens? See, in interview, he got selected, but he asked for particular amount. Company said, no, we cannot give you. And then he went to another company. He called me. I said, that's fine, but this thing worked. You reached there, you reached to the door, you gave the interview. Now the amount is up to you. If you don't like, leave it.
Correct.
But trust me, they should give you what you want because you are giving them value. After 1 week, the company call again. You didn't come back? I said, no, my expectation is this. Okay, we will give you come.
Nice.
Then he again called me. It was, sir, you said this and this has happened. I said, see, I have done this. I'm doing this, not I'm doing this. Because when I want to change the job or if I want to work somewhere else, I spend time and I find the company where I want to work. I research. I before joining, I feel safe. That this company, the research is fine. I'm happy with here. I started visualizing that I'm already there.
Correct.
So when I go for the interview, it's full confidence because I am the employee of here. I start thinking in that way.
Correct.
And then, alhamdulillah, what I ask, I get because I'm giving them the value what they want, what they need. Even where I'm working right now, I went for the freelancing job. They offered me the permanent job.
Nice.
So I said, okay, that was nice. The offer was good. So this happens. This is the thing, Yani. If you want to change the job or if you have completed the job and want to completed the course and want to start the job, find the job in this way.
Interesting. I hope everybody understands and learns from this.
I would say try for experiment.
Yeah.
You will learn.
What's the harm?
Yeah, what's the harm? Try for experiment.
There's nothing to lose.
Yeah. So that's it.
Well, it was a lovely conversation.
Thank you.
Bhai.
Thank you.
Learned a lot. I hope these guys learned a lot as well. Thank you for being here. We took a lot of your time.
No, pleasure is mine. Thank you for inviting me.
The pleasure is ours, actually. Any final statement for our viewers?
Final statement. I would say that anybody who wants to start designing career or who are already designers, don't just depend on technical skills. Start learning from today design theories. This is very important because foundation is very important. If your foundation is strong, trust me, technical skills anybody can learn. And even when you go for the interviews, and if you are not good in technical, they are very good. They know that we can train this guy in 1 week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But if your foundation is not good, trust me, it takes long time and they won't like to spend more time in teaching you foundations.
Correct.
So first, learn the foundations, design theories, and then go for the technical skills. If you are already learned technical skills, start learning foundations today.
Awesome. It was a pleasure talking to you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.